Perfect. Oh, there you are. I was wondering where I left you. Hello, greetings, and of course, good evening, and of course, season greetings to my fellow festive pals and gals. As you know, it is everybody's favorite figure collecting Lobo, and of course, we are back once again with another exciting episode of Figure Friday. But of course, this will act as our festive episode. But before the holiest of moments, if you haven't already, I need you to do me a favor and go grab yourself something to drink, something to eat, something to snack on if you want to, because as you know, this is a green zone. I cannot stress that enough. All are welcome. And of course, I do hope you guys will be joining me this evening because pretty excited about tonight's episode, I'm not going to lie. But don't worry about me. I have some hydration right here. It's a nice cold one. Of course, I mean a glass of tea. Don't get it twisted. Okay. And also for those of you guys who went to work today, I hope you guys made that paycheck. I hope you guys continue to make that bread. And of course, if you had the extra day off after the holidays, I mean, I hope you were able to enjoy it, relax, recuperate. And I mean, me personally, I did have to go to work today, but I was able to get off a little bit earlier, thankfully. But of course, just know that I appreciate you guys. In case I don't say this enough, or if I say it too much, I mean, honestly, I'll probably say it too much, but that's the case, but again, I appreciate you guys so much. You guys are the lifeblood of this channel, and don't ever forget that, okay? Because honestly, without that lifeblood, this continuation wouldn't be possible. You know what I'm saying? Okay, I guess. Of course, I hope you guys are remembering to keep hydrated and, of course, warm as well, because I mean, for certain parts of the world, the cold weather is coming in, so remember to bundle up, because I believe sometime next week it's supposed to get really cold down here. I'm not gonna lie, I think we're getting like 30s and 40 degree weather, so I mean, I'm not really looking forward to it all that much, but I mean, hey, that's Mother Nature and I cannot stop her. She does what she does, heck. Oh yeah, and I also hope that you guys had a very awesome and excellent Christmas Eve, and of course Christmas Day as well. I hope you guys got some incredible gifts, everything that you asked for, or I mean everything that you asked for and more. I mean, honestly, feel free to talk about it a little bit in the comment section. I mean, I would very much love to hear what you guys got. If you want to share with me, that's awesome. But if not, I understand perfectly. Don't get it twisted. Don't even worry about it, honestly. Oh, goodness gracious. Okay. So, with that being said, folks, as you can see, we have hit the 3-minute marker, so we are going to go ahead and get started. I want to say hello and welcome back for those who are just joining us on this fine Friday evening. And of course, if you're watching this on YouTube, because as you know, we're coming at you guys both from TikTok and YouTube as well. So if you're watching this as a highlight, hello and greetings. And now, just to reiterate, I did state in my previous episode before this one that tonight's episode will be acting as a Christmas special, since unfortunately it landed on a Thursday, not a Friday, but I mean, hey, I'm not tripping, honestly. But of course, with that being said, we shall be introducing 3 new additions to the Figure Funko family from the world of movie magic. Mostly to tell us a story of how one kid was able to take on a pair of thieves and taught them that crime doesn't pay. But, well, it does hurt. I'm not going to lie. Especially if you're coming in for a home invasion. So, I invite you guys to please sit back, relax, kick your feet up, take a deep breath, and just chill and mellow out with your boy, because as you know, it's just you, me, and the merchandise of tonight. So, why don't we go ahead and get started? Oh, but wait, first, hydration, because hydration is key. Lovely. Oh, little gas. And also, one small thing before we get started. If you guys are hearing the music in the background, please do me a favor and don't don't report me for copyright, okay? Because I'm simply using it for aesthetic purposes, just to break the silence in the room. Because I don't know about y'all, but I don't really like sitting in silent rooms because it just gets too spooky, honestly. Hey, Chikorita, hey, thanks so much for the heartbeat. I appreciate you. Hello there. Hello and good evening. How are you? How are you doing? I hope you had an awesome Friday, honestly. Oh yes, and I also hope you had an immaculately awesome Grimace day. Honestly, hope you got some amazing gifts. But you're actually just in time because we're actually going to be introducing our first guest of the evening because we're going to be taking a trip into the criminal element of tonight's festivities. Hope you had a great. Oh yes, I did honestly, and I mean I actually did have a great Christmas because I'm actually introducing some of the gifts tonight as guests. So yeah, pretty exciting. So again, we're going to be introducing our first guest of the evening. Mostly, I wanted to introduce him because not only was he well known in this particular film, but also because he became a global meme sensation when he got his wires crossed. And of course, that if it wasn't for that, then we honestly wouldn't have gotten one of the greatest memes to ever be created. So, with that being said, folks, I need you guys to give me a big Wolfpack welcome to Mr. Marv Merchants. There he is, folks. But of course, this is the man of the Home Alone film series, and of course, one half of the notorious Wet Bandits crew. And of course, he has joined us this evening because he's got a small story to tell with a little bit of a jolt in it, honestly. Thank you so much for the follow. I'm assuming those are L's. So thanks so much for the follow. Hey, Bryn, how are you? I hope you had an immaculately awesome Christmas and Christmas Eve. Oh, thank you so much for the heart, me. Appreciate you so much. But here's our first guy. This is Marv. Super! What up? What's up, Super? How you doing, man? Heck. Thank you so much for the Go Popular. Thank you so much. You are breathtaking. Don't ever forget that. Oh, goodness gracious. Okay, so again, Marv here, was actually a crook who mostly partnered with his other half of the Wet Bandits crew. And thank you so much for letting him cook. Thanks so much. And in that time, they formed the dastardly duo known as the Wet Bandits, which was a name that was derived from their calling card of leaving their victims' water source running while they left the scene of the crime. Thank you so much, Rudy. I mean, I enjoy the sweater too. Let me stand up for you guys. See. And yes, it does light up, honestly. And yes, that is an alien with three little alien-like reindeers. Honestly, thank you so much, Jake. I appreciate you too. Did you know the secret about sweaters? No, I honestly did not. But that's my fault, because I kind of like to just wear them, especially in the cold season. Is all the time one with a collar turtleneck. Is that a secret that you're talking about? For 400. Oh my goodness. Look at Chikorita topping this. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much. She's doing work right now, honestly. That is a timeless classic. I cannot forget the striped sweater song. Well, I mean the sweater song because I didn't have a striped sweater, but honestly. Good evening, June. Welcome in. Now, after which, of course, spending a brief time in prison, later on in the time when they broke out of prison, they actually formed a new band known as the Sticky Bandits after stealing money with a tape-covered glove when they came to the city of New York after breaking out of prison. And during a prison riot, planning to pull, I'm not gonna lie, a pretty lucrative heist, honestly. Yes, honestly, that is a timeless classic. But then again, that song and the what's it called? The campfire song. I almost forgot about that one. Oh my goodness. Okay, and now I did find out a couple of interesting facts about Marv here. For example, oh my goodness, is that balloon? Oh, I thought I could blow out the bubble. Honestly, put the money in the bag. Put it in. Sir, You're facing the wrong way. All right, give me the money. I'm sorry. when I start talking about SpongeBob, it can go on for hours. Honestly, that's all I'm gonna say. I'm sorry. Okay. So, did you guys know that Marv here is actually of Jewish descent? Mostly considering the fact that during the heist, however, he actually said "Happy Hanukkah, Marv" in the second film, because I thought it was going to be reverted in the first film, but no. If you guys pay attention to that in the second film, which was Home Alone 2, Lost in New York, then you'll understand why he says that. And also, I also want to reiterate one small thing. Being that he is from the second film, I'm mostly going to be talking about his character, both either from the first and second film or just his character as a whole, honestly. So just throwing that out there so there's no, confusion. Sorry, apologies. And his character is also shown to have acrophobia, which is basically a fear of heights. And of course, we get a pretty good, notion of that because in the first film, he has to climb out a very tall window onto a tightrope and try to, try to climb across it with both hands. And of course, a fun fact about the actor who played Marv here, Daniel Stern. Believe it or not, he was always a big fan of the Home Alone films. However, when he learned about the fourth Home Alone film, he actually criticized it as being both an insult and complete garbage. Honestly, I mean, I can understand that because the first two films to me are goated because they will never be touched. But that's beside the point. I know everybody has different views, everybody has different feelings and all that jazz, but still, I'm just throwing that out there. And now, goodness gracious. I thought that I should take it upon myself also to include what I thought was my favorite trap or whatever that he fell into in these films. And honestly, it has to go to the electrified sink because not only was the little intricate design, boosted by the fact that it had some jumper cables attached to it, but again, we never would if that had not happened, we would never have gotten that meme face or the meme of him, getting electrocuted. And it was just honestly one of the greatest scenes in all cinematic history. I'm just throwing that out there, honestly. Thank you, Super, for the share. I mean, I guess you do care. I mean, heck, I appreciate you so much. Appreciate you for the share. Honestly, I am still looking forward to the time, when you jump over to Battlefield and we can squat up. I mean, if you want to, I'm just throwing that out there. Okay. And now, I want to make sure you guys are hydrating, that you're settled, because you just relax, be chill, be cool. Okay. Next up, we are actually going to be introducing the brains of this duo here. Hey! Thank you so much. Welcome in, Miss Doom. I hope you're having a wonderfully awesome Friday evening. But of course, the other half of the Wet Bandits, aka the Sticky Bandits, even though his head was set on fire twice, and he's still got some brains in that skull. So please, ladies and gents, give me another big Wolfpack welcome to Mr. Harry Lime. But yes, that's right, folks. The man with the M totally burned, seared into his flesh, honestly. Totally forgot it was Friday. How could you forget it was Friday? Why else would I be live on TikTok? Come on now. I mean, it's one of the main reasons. I mean, I'm hurt. I'm a little hurt. But that's okay, honestly. Alrighty. Okay. And of course, as you can see, he's also got something on his mind. Of course, that's also just the fire. Yeah, that's a little warm still. Good God. Sorry. Okay. So he is joining his partner in crime. And of course, he brought with him a little bit of a story to tell. So Harry here was also a burglar, working alongside his partner Marv, forming the Wet Bandits, and of course later on down the line the Sticky Bandits. They twice had their plans foiled in attempting to steal a combination of valuables, household items, and a very very big large sum of money from a toy store back in New York City. But ultimately, he and his partner were brought to justice one fateful night, again, when they took a walk in the park. That's all I'm going to say. Because, I mean, I know that everyone has probably seen the Home Alone films, but just mostly for those who haven't had the chance to watch them in a good while. You know, that's all I'm going to say. Um, but fun facts about him include that his name may actually be a reference to Orson Welles' conman character from the radio show The Adventures of Harry Lime, who also appears, in the film known as The Third Man. Now, that might not be a well-known film because it took place back in the 1940s, 1950s. So that's, I mean, honestly, you would have to look back in that type of film base if you want to find out, about that. Oh my goodness. Okay. Oh yeah, and also a fun fact that I found out about him. Whoa, sorry about that. A little turbulence right there. Sorry, I bumped the desk. My apologies. It's that Harry is actually a tad bit similar to T.J. Busby from the Scooby-Doo Meets the Boo Brothers film. And the only reason I say that is because both characters are criminals that pretend to be cops. And I mean, honestly, I did get a chance to look that up because in the first film, as you know, he portrays a cop who comes who goes door to door in households, letting them know that there's been burglaries in the area. Thinking if everyone's taking the proper precautions. But in all actuality, he was just scoping out places to steal from. And oh yeah, I also confirmed this that if you guys notice that saying that both of the films that he stars in both the Home Alone films, when he gets hurt, he starts like murmuring or mutters to himself, and of course like that. I remember having the 5 cassette VHS set on the Green Ranger, getting introduced to the series, goated series. The best series, honestly. The Green with Evil Saga was the goated series. Can't be topped. I'm sorry, and I stand by that. I will die on that hill. Yeah, honestly, it was. But the only reason he did that was because that actor Joe Pesci, he actually couldn't stop himself from swearing behind the scenes. So in a way, it's like him, camouflaging it because he wanted to keep the film family friendly. Honestly, it even had a holographic cardboard sleeve. Oh, that is beautiful. Honestly, man, very very beautiful. But the reason I found that to be an interesting fact also is that the director of the film, he actually kept a swear jar, and believe it or not, Joe actually filled it up in less than 1 day. It took 1 day to fill up that whole jar. Now, I don't particularly know the dimensions of the jar, how tall it was, but the fact that he was able to fill it up in less than 24 hours, that says a lot. Like, a lot, honestly. You bought a knockoff Green Ranger at the swap meet for $5 back in the day. Yeah, back when it was $5 back in the day. Shoot. These days it's ridiculous. Okay, and like Harv, I very much want to share my favorite trap that he fell for in both of the films. Now, this was definitely a tough call because I liked all of them, but when it came down to it, I always felt like my favorite out of them all was definitely the first blowtorch that he had, endured through the first film, because no wait, I'm sorry, run that back. I was too poor for the fancy ones, Toys R Us, and mine was better than those. Yep, that's right. Honestly, I miss Toys R Us. I'm not gonna lie. It really irks me that they shut it down, but I know that in certain places it's still up and running, or that they have another one built. So either way, we're at 1.1K likes. I need to point that out. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Yeah, run that back. I want to change my answer to the heated doorknob. Now, the only reason I say that is because had that not happened, like when he made the grab for the doorknob, then it was so hot that it literally burned the letter M into his hand, and that's one thing that carried over into the second film, which I thought was a pretty good nod to the first film, honestly. Thanks so much for the likes, Lady Ayoko. I see you. Welcome in. I hope you're having a wonderfully awesome evening. All right. Oh, goodness. Okay. You guys good? I want to make sure you're good for continuing because we are arriving now at the finale. Okay. But I'm actually also pretty curious, because I know I said it in the beginning, but I'm actually curious, like, for what exactly was your guys' like favorite gift that you got for Christmas? I mean, honestly, I just want to know. And don't worry, I'll share mine with you guys at the end of this episode, or towards the end of this episode. I will share with you guys my absolute favorite gift that I got this year. So, like, I mean, you can tell me if you want to. I mean, you guys are more than welcome to tell me your favorite gift that you got this year. If not, then I understand perfectly. That's cool too. I mean, heck. Oh, goodness gracious. Okay. But I'm gonna go ahead and continue on because we're at the finale, and of course, the final guest of the evening, who gave new meaning to the term "This is my house, and I must defend it," and of course, also the reason for the two burglars' 2 nights worth of misery. So, ladies and gents, give me one last Wolfpack welcome to Mr. Kevin McAllister. Honestly, I wanted to say something else, but I got my wires crossed. I'm sorry, but that's fine, folks. The mastermind of home defense has also joined us this evening, and luckily, he didn't chuck any paint cans at me, so that's always a bonus. He has agreed to sit down and let me tell his story. But there you go. Show you guys here on the tube. Oh, wait. No, Kev. Hold on. Kev. Right there. Chill. Don't worry. They're not going to hurt you. Trust me. At least I don't think they are. But anyways, so Kev here, played by the ever-talented Macaulay Culkin, lived with his older brothers and sisters in a house in Winnetka, Illinois. Now, he was the youngest sibling of the family, of that family. He would sometimes get tormented, by the others, most importantly by his big brother Buzz, especially when his uncle Frank and aunt-in-law Leslie and cousins stayed with them in that one big household to join them for their family's first Christmas trip. And that was when they were going to Paris, France. However, goodness gracious. For those of you guys who've seen the film, we all know what happens. He gets left behind mostly because in the first film, his parents oversleep. And of course, when they all wake up that day, they're scrambling around to get out the door and get to the airport. And ultimately, on the flight over, his mother has a sudden realization that he was left behind, honestly. But, luckily, she was able to, get everything sorted out, and she was able to get herself back home to her son. But good thing that she missed all of the action, because that was also the introduction when we got the wet bandits. And of course, he took them on, and of course, he was able to get them returned over to the proper authorities, where they were taken away to prison. However, when we fast forward 1 year later, we come upon the McAllister family, who are gearing up to take a second trip to Miami, Florida for Christmas. Now, the reason that Kevin felt so, just, resentful towards that is that he saw, oh my goodness, thank you so much for the 10. I'm ready! I'm ready! I'm ready! I'm ready! I'm ready! Thank you so much for the heart meet as well. Super. Appreciate you, man. You're awesome. Appreciate you so much. But again, the reason that Kevin was he didn't really want to, it's mostly because he saw Florida as contradictory to Christmas, mostly because you don't see Christmas trees in that state of Florida, which, I mean, it makes sense. I mean, it's the Orange County. I mean, it's mostly not meant for the holiday season. So, I mean, honestly. But thankfully, the next morning, when the buses arrived to pick up the McAllister family, again, in the confusion and rush to reach the airport on time, Kevin, he remembered to be taken on this trip. Unfortunately, small snafu, because whenever they were when they were on the curb having their bags checked, the family took off running towards their gate in which they were taking off from, and his dad was sporting a sort of brownish coat. Now, unfortunately, unbeknownst to Kevin, is that there was another man in that same airport who was wearing the exact same color coat, in which, of course, the McAllister family, they went one way, and the other guy, he went the other way. In which, of course, that was when Kevin followed that man, and he ended up boarding a flight bound for New York City. And ultimately, he did see it as a problem, but overall, he did accept it, because, I mean, his wish was to go on his own vacation. So, in a way, like the first film, he got it, which is good, honestly, which is very good, because he was able to check into a luxurious hotel, and he got so many amenities. He got a limo ride, he got pizza in the limo, and just it was a great experience because after touring so many of the sites, and of course after seeing one of the best toy stores in New York City, which was Duncan's Toy Chest. And of course, upon leaving the store, he was kind of thinking about seeking his next destination in the city. But lo and behold, he met some very familiar faces in the city of New York. Enter, Marv and Harry once again. And of course, who ultimately caught up to Kevin, and they caught up to him. And even though a chase had ensued, they were able to head him off at the past, where where they waited for him at the hotel he was staying at outside of the back door, where they caught him. Now, unbeknownst to them, he was actually secretly recording their plans to pull a heist. And luckily, thanks to some assistance with the city of New York, he was able to escape them and retreat to a family member's Uncle Rob and Aunt Georgette's home. Now, unfortunately for him, they weren't there at the time because they were also out of the state, and of course, their home was actually being renovated. Now, while most people would see that as a bad thing, Kevin here, using his cunning wit, he was able to set up various traps in preparation for facing off once again against Harry and Marv. Now, you might think, how exactly would he get them to that house? Because it's not like he can just, go up to them and say hi. But the only reason that he was able to is because he knew where they were going to be that night. Now, in order to draw the duo to him, he actually caught them robbing Duncan's toy chest, where in that moment he had to make a decision to toss a brick through the window in order to trigger the alarm of the store. Goodness gracious. Ultimately, and of course, before doing that, though, before he smashed the window, he took a few Polaroids of them as evidence when he would present it to the police. And ultimately, he was able to draw the pair to Kevin's house of horrors. And after a lengthy battle and second chase, unfortunately, Kevin did hit a small snafu when he slipped on some ice and allowing the pair of them to capture him, where they ended up taking him to the park, where they were actually looking to finish him off and go back and finish up with their plans. Now, thanks to an assist from a friend that Kevin actually had made in that same park, he was actually able to escape and draw the attention of the police, who came to apprehend the criminals. But ultimately, when all was said and done, Kevin still felt, a sense of remorse, mostly because he had come to the sudden realization that he missed his family. He wanted to be with his family, especially on Christmas, and it really was eating away at him. But thankfully, when he took a trip to the Rockefeller Center, where he was sitting in front of the world's largest Christmas tree, Kevin wished to see his family once again, in which ultimately, you might guess, he did get his wish when his mother actually came to him, and thus he was actually able to reunite with his family in that very same hotel, where they woke up to a plethora of gifts given to him by the store by Mr. Duncan's Toy Chest. So ultimately, yes, it's true. He did get lost in New York, but ultimately, he did what was necessary. He put the criminals back behind bars, and he was able to reunite with his family. Very wholesome film, one of my favorites, honestly. And now, out of the entire like trap series, I feel like the best one that Kevin really pulled off, in my personal opinion, it's just I feel like it stands out more because yes, it's true he made so many traps and just misery for the pair. But personally, I liked the chicken, the chicken outfit, because if you see in the first film where he taped a piece of saran wrap to a door opening where Harry came through, he got his face covered, and then he walked forward just a little bit where he triggered a trap, and it shot some pillow feathers at his face, and just it was honestly hilarious to in my opinion, honestly. You made it. Okay. Well, I mean, honestly, that's okay because I'll reintroduce the characters. Don't worry about that. So the first one is Marv Merchants, Home Alone series, and of course he's accompanied by his cohort, Harry Lime, and ultimately the guest of the evening, Kevin McAllister. And again, these are all the Home Alone films. Honestly, oh God, look at those cheeks! Oh, look at those cheeks! Honestly. Some comments in the live were filtered to protect the community's experience. What did you say? What did you say? Honestly, I need to know what you said to get filtered. I would very much like to know, honestly. Okay, but I did find out a couple interesting facts about Mr. McAllister here. Stay. Okay. Ah, lovely. My nose is really bugging me. Heck, I think I got a cat hair in there or something. But oh, thanks so much for the 31 roses. They smell divine. Thankfully, they're hypoallergenic too. But oh yeah, did you guys know that the famous aftershave scream, like where just after in the first film where Kevin was getting out of the shower and he was combing his hair, getting himself ready for the day, where he did that. Believe it or not, that was actually an improvisation by Macaulay Culkin. And I mean, the director decided to keep it in because he just thought it was hilarious because of how on the fly, Kevin came up with that. I'm sorry, Macaulay. Apologies. Oh yeah, and fun fact about the film of Home Alone, it was a Guinness World Record holder for more than 25 years, and I mean that's saying something. Okay, now I like this last fun fact that I had uncovered, mostly because I feel like it actually makes sense because it kind of goes out to my Saw and horror fans. But there's a popular fan theory that suggests that Kevin McAllister, he actually grows up to be John Kramer. And if you guys don't know who John Kramer is, I invite you to watch the Saw franchise. And trust me, you'll understand right after the pain and misery that he causes others. Oh, goodness gracious. Oh, okay. But yeah, like I said, folks, with that being said, I am going to go ahead and get out of here. I thank you, everybody, so much for joining me this evening. Thank you so much. I appreciate y'all. Again, you guys are the lifeblood of this channel. I appreciate y'all. Love y'all so much. I hope you guys had a wonderfully amazing Christmas. And I hope you guys look forward to my next episode, mostly because we will be introducing episode 1 of season 8. Yes, that's right, folks. We will be back once again when the year 2026 rolls around. Yeah, we're not done here. We still got a lot to go through, honestly, which includes new content, new figures, new Funkos, new collectibles of all kinds. But before we get out of here, I did mention that I would share with you guys my favorite gift that I was able to get this year because I have it with me. So, goodness gracious, let me get it. Okay. Now, this is definitely something I had on my wish list, and I'm so glad that I was able to get it because it's immaculately beautiful, immaculately gorgeous, and I'm so happy. But let me show you guys. Check it out. It's a Black Panther helmet in all its glory and majesty. Check it out. Now, you guys may be asking, does it fit? Well, allow me to show you. And it does come with a couple of accessories. For example, this little button right here, it actually triggers the visor lenses. And of course, there's another one right here. If you touch it, it actually triggers the effects of it. Oh, okay. Oh, wait. Lens there. Okay. Okay. But yeah, like I said, folks, I will be shooting over to my Twitch to do some gameplay. Not sure what yet. I mean, I know that there's a holiday event still running around in Fortnite, so I might do that. But I also know that I still need to finish Ghost of Yotei because we are on the final boss. So I might do that. Who knows? But I look forward to seeing you guys next week for introductory episode of season 8, episode 1. And of course, as always, folks, I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your evening. May you guys stay safe. May you guys stay awesome. And of course, be kind. Be kind to yourself. Be kind to animals, and don't ever forget, you guys are amazing and you're worth it. So until next time, guys, I appreciate y'all. Be safe. Be awesome. Be zen. Be kind to yourself. Be kind to animals. Hit the subscribe button when it does appear. Feel free to follow either one of these fine videos and smash that like button. Smash that share button. I appreciate you. I love you too, Chikorita. Thank you so much for joining and the gifts as well. You're amazing. Say hi to the folks for me, okay? And of course, until next time, guys, I will see you next week. And peace.